if the two friends were to converse with each other? Well, let's see how the story unfolds. Ladies and gentlemen, the bench and the lamppost.
And the lamppost. And the bench, and there, Mr. Rasim Tiwari is the lamppost, as you can see. Hi, buddy. How are you doing?
Now that you've woken up, I light up too. Life becomes one long wait without talking to you, dear Ben.
Come on, that's not true. All those wonderful children must have come with their tattered, precious books to sit under your light and study. How determined and how focused they are. Amazing. So is the question of you getting bored while I was asleep? Come on, you just keep flattering me.
No, not at all. Though I must confess, I get a little lost without you. You know, people come and people go. Not that I don't love those little kids. I do light up, like I did today on this cold winter evening.
I can see that.
It's a joy watching them study. But you obviously know that I can't confide in them, Bench. Though I must admit, I love to play pranks on them, sparingly though. I mean at my age.
Like what?
Like I suddenly switch myself off or wink at them and give the kids shout, "We need light, we need light."
Yes, we all need light, especially within. Maybe just a drop of it? A drop of light sounds fascinating, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Imagine humans have given me the power to light up, but they hardly ever light up themselves. We can count most enlightened humans on our fingertips. Mahavira, Christ, Mira, Krishna, Buddha,
Nanak, Muhammad, Moses, Kabir.
and a few more, that's all.
This light exists within every human, but remains imprisoned in the darkness of ignorance. A human lives his life within brackets, so to say, never lives his greatest life. The sky tells you to expand, the sun tells you to shine, the earth to nurture, the wind to live with gay abandon. Stars tell you to dream, birds to sing, flowers to smile, the water to flow. But does the human being care? Does he pause to reflect? Why is he not receptive to such obvious truths? Why does he remain trapped in the vicious cycle of his own making? Why has he become so numb and indifferent? Why does his heart not beat in tune with the cosmos? Man, I feel, has not discovered his true worth of life, the most precious of all gifts.
He does not even know that we hear and watch everything.
Yeah.
He thinks objects like us have no life in them. Surely he could be a little more sensitive, a little more refined. He spends his precious time and energy in creating us, yet he believes that we are dead. Funny, isn't it?
It is.
Why is the human being, dear Bench, so brilliant and yet so dumb? Do we need legs to walk on and prove that we too are alive? Should our mouths water at the thought of delicious food? Or should we swoon at the sight of a pretty lady?
You're right. You know, even the educated couples finding their little paradise in my lap sometimes etch their names on me with sharp objects that only hurt. Instead of preserving my beauty, they destroy it. That is how I suppose humans destroy their own beauty.
These humans know little about beauty. Thank God we live outdoors and get to see the moon and the stars. People do not even know that the stars sprinkle their sparkle on soft grass and leaves and flowers in the form of dewdrops. They get carried away with their greed. Greed for money, greed for power, for fame. God, how stifling.
Yes, it is.
Man is desperate to enter the pages of history, not realizing that life finds its fulfillment in the wonderful present and not the past. Actually, let us not waste our time discussing man. Hang him, I say.
He actually is not worthy of our sensitivity. Let him live in a fool's paradise. Let him smoke, drink, abuse, lie, deceive. Let him cheat, rape, kill. Let him mislead himself. One day, lamppost, mark my words, our planet will come to a halt. It will stop revolving. There will be no day and no night. There will be one big vacuum. Every single insensitive man and woman will be released by gravity into nowhere and will have no solid ground to stand on. Mother Earth will have no choice but to rid herself of all the muck she has been absorbing and yet been so forgiving. Unlike humans, lamppost, Mother Earth has no compulsions, real or unreal.
Yes, the writing is on the wall. There is a limit to man being so reckless and so materialistic. There is a limit to destruction. There is a limit to everything. Why doesn't man realize this? Why is he so suicidal by nature? I wonder. Why, Bench? What do you think is the answer?
That's because man is spiritually sick and therefore violent. Actually, violence is also a serious kind of an illness, wherein a human loses his balance, behaves in a deranged manner, takes innocent lives, destroys the very earth that feeds and supports him, and above all, destroys his own peace of mind. All in the name of so-called power and control. It is sheer madness, and to think of it, a human being can be so creative, so productive, so imaginative. Man alone can take the highest flights on his spiritual wings, can penetrate every speck of the universe with his insight. But such powers, dear lamppost, come only to those who mean well, who are not blinded by their ego, who are humble and serve mankind.
Profound. Very profound. Now you know why I get so bored when you fall asleep.
Okay, buddy. I'll try and sleep less. Anything to make you happy, my friend.
Thank you, my dear. And now what?
Now, let us clean and polish ourselves to look our radiant best. We need to do that every day. Wash our bodies, minds, and souls. Give them a happy bath. Let us do our bit to make this world a better place. Oh, there they come. The lovers. Look at them, lamppost. They are so cute and so deeply in love. God, I love the sight of them. Come, greet them with a wink, lamppost. Come on. Why not that? Yeah, that's nice. Let them bask in the warmth of my lap and your golden light.
Sure. The power of love alone can save this world. Bombs and missiles can save none. Am I right?
Absolutely right. All they do is kill and destroy. But love, oh my God, love is love.
All that we need, dear Bench, as you said, is a drop of light to illuminate our being with wisdom. We need to stop the bloodshed, stop the terror.
Absolutely.
Let man be truly free of fear. Let him soar in the realms of bliss. I wish humans the best, for they have created us. We carry their genes of creativity, and above all, free thinking.
What a lovely thought. Let man be free of fear. Let man be the creator of beauty. Let him be compassionate and joyous. There is no better way to salute life. Let him plant more trees and flowers. Let him sparkle on the earth like the stars in the sky. Oh, I just hope we survive to see that magnificent day and celebrate it together.
We will survive, but man has to wake up, and wake up now, before it's too late.
You mean wake up now as in now?
Yes, my dear, now as in now. There is no tomorrow.
Do you agree?
Naseem Tiwari, Senior Corporate Executive, passionate about theatre. दोस्तों, किसी शायर ने खूब कहा है, दिल लिया है तो जहाँ भी ले लो, दिल लिया है तो जहाँ भी ले लो, हमसे बेदिल जिया नहीं जाता। बात अगर दिल की हो ही रही है तो क्यों ना थोड़ी देर धड़कनों पर टिक जाएं, एक मासूम दिल की कहानी सुने। Ladies and gentlemen, the beat of a dream.
The beat of a dream. Once upon a time, in a jungle that was so dense in its green, stood a tiny cottage. A path curving outside its window used to be its only relief in the lonely surroundings. But now, thorns and wild plants covered the narrow path at places exposing its dusty bareness. So deep inside the jungle was his cottage that no one but loneliness visited it for her own comfort on the quiet. So still were the surroundings that one day loneliness on an impulse gave away her heart to the cottage to bring a bit of life into the stillness around. And then, leaving her beautiful heart behind, loneliness went out of the window to reach out to those who lived in much noise or to those who had none but her to lean upon. The heart in the cottage throbbed and throbbed as it waited. A loner who had lost his way in the jungle suddenly found himself outside the cottage. He saw the flowers and leaves around beating to a rhythm. Where did this rhythm come from? He wondered. Were they responding to a latent song from the skies? The loner was totally bewildered, while the heart sensed a presence. As the heartbeat got louder, the man turned around and peeped in through the window. He saw a heart all by herself on a large bare floor, beating faster now in anticipation of togetherness. The loner entered, his delicate fingers lifted her, and he uttered, "Life itself, that's what you are." Their heartbeats at once got linked to the melody of spontaneous love. Take me away from here on the wings of your arms, and my melody shall carry your flight. We'll visit the twinkling gardens of the silver flowers of the night and dance to their bloom. We'll watch their reflections in waters and move the waves without tune. Those who believe in dreams are fortunate enough to see the secret twinkling through the smiles of the stars. Tuned to the heart's melody, the loner stayed on. A magnetic lyrical silence filled their wonderful world. In time to come, the loner had to leave, but promised to come back soon and take her away on the wings of his arms, just as she had desired. Seasons changed. The jungle looked darker than ever before. The flowers too had finally shed their wrinkled petals. Even the slow, sad tune that had broken through the roots on the loner's departure was now gone. Nature could barely hear the heart from the little cottage. So faint was the beat, and it was getting fainter by the day. You could hear it only if you came close enough to the heart lying on the bare floor. Only if you cared enough to know whether life still lingered in her after someone had pierced her dreams. And dreams, do they bleed? No. They only haunt you when unfulfilled. Step
The heart heard steps. He has come. Yes, he has come. But why are the steps so unsure, so dissonant? Had Aruna become a stranger? Yes, it was someone else. It was a stranger, drawn to the sight of a heart, living all by herself. He stepped in and lifted her gently. He could sense she was broken. Do not die, dear heart, for I am here. I will revive you. Do not ail over your past. I shall preserve you, said the stranger reassuringly. Revived she was by his tender love and care. As she danced the dance of gratitude, the stranger stopped her midway to tell her he was leaving. But soon, very soon, said the stranger, he would come back and carry her away to the vast stretches of transparent blues and curling whites of the sky. You may also forget me, said the heart in tears. Carry a piece of my heart, then you will remember to come back to me. Time passed by, and the heart could sense from her fading beat the fate of her broken piece. The stranger, unable to stand its decay, must have cast it away. The splintered heart was now no more than a fistful of fine dust. She had lost her beat to all the unfulfilled, beautiful dreams. All the same, one dream of hers, to be close to the sky, came alive in the end. The wind blowing through the jungle picked her up, the fine dust, for that was all that remained of her. It took the heart's dust on its whistling flight into freedom. But the heart, now a fistful of fine dust, was no longer conscious of her much-awaited dream coming true. One day, the wind carrying the dust of the heart happened to rest briefly on the windowsill of the cottage in the jungle. A particle of the heart's dust looked at the bloodstains on the bare floor of the cottage and asked the wind, I wonder, whom do these stains of blood belong to? Do you know? The all-knowing wind remained silent. Do you know?
The Beat of a Dream was choreographed by Sri Arindam Dasgupta, disciple of Sri Birju Maharaj, narrated and written by Dr. Nadeem Karani. We now bring to you Fragrance, A Journey of Joy, a work written by Laveen, published in the Speaking Free column of the Times of India, narrated by one of the finest voice-over artists of our country, Mr. Inder Mishra. Mr. Inder Mishra.
Fragrance, a journey of joy. As human beings, we are entitled to our own space. And if for some reason we are denied it, we have the ability to design our own inner space, create our own sky, lush gardens of fragrance with colorful birds, birds that sing songs dear to our heart and take flight into realms of imagination miles ahead of stars. But how authentic are our birds and skies if we are not in tune with ourselves and do not have the ability to spread the goodness of fragrance? A flower is perhaps the most perceptive of all the souls, for it is endowed with sensitivity to absorb the most brilliant part of nature and reproduce it in its tender petals. It has the wisdom to imbibe the finest of fragrance and distribute it to the winds that carry it far and beyond. A flower has the ability to comprehend the joy of sharing the sweet perfume collected patiently, drop by drop, over trillions of centuries. But what have we learned from it? The question is that, why can't we, the human beings, shed our ill-smelling debris and burden of a cumbersome past to assimilate the best that nature has to offer, like a stunning rose or a lotus does? By slaughtering time and bragging about our species' superiority, we have unwittingly limited our growth by undermining all other much more rewarding and potent possibilities that lie within our desires' reach. Why do we knock our heads against an illusionary stone wall that comes alive with its dreadful shadow, imprisons our minds